Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C, and place to be, it's Deb C. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Deb C. Hey guys, and hello again, and welcome back to my channel, possibly again. I say again because it's my second video of the day that I'm making. And we are going to talk about this week's episode of Sister Wives. Okay, I believe it is episode 5, maybe? Episode 4 or 5. This was the Christmas show. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Mary. Mary and Jen are talking before they head out to New York City, and she's talking about Coyote Pass. Listen, at this point, Coyote Pass has not been sold yet, and there's absolutely no communication from Cody. So I'm thinking she probably finds out her information from Janelle. It's just his name on all of them. And remember, he was saying that we should put everybody's name on everybody's name on all of the land. He hasn't done that. It hasn't been sold as of yet. She also says that when Christina sold her house on Coyote Pass, Christine got the proceeds from the sale, but she turned the property over to Robin and Cody. And I kind of agree with Mary. Like, why wasn't everybody told about that? Because I get where she's coming from. But I also can see why Christine didn't tell everybody, because I mean, she was only married to Cody. And her and Christine have never had a great real close relationship. So, but I mean, I could see where Mary should maybe be in the know of these things as well. I mean, she was the first wife. So Mary listen, Jen's like, how much longer are you going to play like the nice girl in this? How long are you going to play nice? She's like, well, I'm going to give it 6 weeks because apparently there's another party that's interested. So we're going to give it 6 weeks. And then if not, then I'm gonna get my lawyer involved. To be honestly, I think she's waiting too long. I think she already should have gotten him involved. And Jen's like, well, why are you waiting so long? And she said she just I don't want to be a bitch. Here's the thing though, Mary. They're not watching out for you. They're going to screw you over. They, meaning Robin and Cody, if they can, they're going to screw you over. So you need to start being a bitch, and you have to start getting what you deserve, what you should get, what is due to you. So it's not being a bitch, because right now you being this good girl and this quiet and going along with everything, the only person that's getting everything they want is Robin and Cody. Nobody wants that. Mary and Jen, they're going to be going to New York City. Mary has some business to attend to in New York City. While she's there, she said that she likes to reset the dating app to the city that she's going to see like who's there. That I don't understand, because you live on the other side of the country. I mean, sure, people do have long distance relationships and they can work, but I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily do that. And then Jen and Mary were talking about Mary going on trips. And Jen was like, I'm the one who suggested that you take a single girl trip to Lake Havasu. And she stayed for one night, she hated it, and then she came back. after that, Cody was like, yeah, I remember that Mary would go out. Mary would go away, and nobody knew where she was at. She would just disappear, and nobody knew where she was at. And listen, don't pretend like you cared where she went, because you didn't. And everybody, all of the other sister wives, except for Robin, were like, he didn't want to go anywhere. So what were you supposed to do? Were you supposed to just wait for him? You know, Christine was like, me and my kids went on vacation. And Christine was like, I like to go RVing, and he didn't want to go anyplace. He liked his creature comfort. So, you know, I mean, Mary took off and disappeared, and we didn't know where she went. First of all, you didn't know where she went because you didn't spend any time with her. Like, you spent all your time with Robin. You didn't spend any time with her, so that's why you wouldn't know. And you probably didn't talk to your kid. Well, let's say her kids, because you know last week he was like, her kids instead of our kids, or the kids. So, and Mary also says that Jen was the only support system she had. That I can see, because once again, Christine and Mary didn't have the greatest relationship. I think because Mary was a lot of people say that Mary was pretty hard on the kids. Allegedly was hard on the kids. So that didn't really bode well for the relationship between the two of them. But it didn't surprise me, but it kind of did surprise me, because, what's her name? Because Robin was always like, oh, me and Mary are such great friends, and me and Mary are great friends. I don't think she was at all. I can totally see Jen being her only support system. I can see that. Okay, so Virgin, oh my gosh. Did I almost call Janelle Vaginelle? Okay. So Janelle, David, Christine, Truly, they're all down in North Carolina, down in Greenville. And most of the kids are getting together. Most of Janelle's and Christine's kids are getting together to do Christmas. I love this because they're getting together. They're starting memories. They're doing the painting or decorating the cookies. They're doing that. And I love that. I just love that they're making their own traditions. They're starting their own traditions now. And the thing though, David is really looking to get Janelle to start dating again. Like, Janelle is like, I'm cool where I'm at. No thanks. I don't want to start dating now, and I really don't want to go on a dating app. He wants to put her on Farmers Only. She don't want to go. She's like, I don't want to advertise. I get it. Especially after you come from a marriage to someone like Cody Brown. Who would want to jump back in immediately? I mean, it's not immediately, but who would even want to jump back in? Listen, I wasn't even married to someone like that, and I don't want to jump into dating. The funny thing about farmers.com, listen, years ago, my father sat in this very seat right here and create a profile for me on Farmers Only. Farmers Only, in case you didn't know, from the sounds, it is exactly what it sounds like it is. It's a dating site for farmers, for male farmers to meet female farmers. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not a farmer. I'm not a fan of the outdoors. I don't like getting dirty. Do I like driving past a pasture and seeing a cow and saying cow? Sure. Do I enjoy being in the car and driving past and seeing horses? Yes, I love it. It's beautiful. Do I want to get out and do it? No. Am I a farmer? No. The follow-up question is, did I ever match with anyone? I don't know. The reason being is because I never looked at that profile or visited that site ever. So, God rest your soul, Dad. I didn't marry a farmer, and nothing wrong with farmers. I am just not a farmer type. I'm just not meant for farm life. Just saying. Okay. They were talking about, one part of it was talking about like, they got into health insurance. And Janelle was talking about like, she had for a few years, she had health insurance through her work. And the only person who could really get their kids on Cody's health insurance was Mary, because she was the legal wife. And that got me thinking, like, I know that Robin, like, that Mary divorced Cody and Robin married Cody so she could be the legal wife, so he could adopt her kids. But that would also, when he married her, that would mean the kids could also be on his insurance. That was an incentive too, probably, that she was like, oh, side benefit, I get health insurance. Okay, so let's get into Cody and Robin. This was so awkward. This was just the most awkward. I don't understand why these two people, Cody and Robin, infantilize their grown-ass children. Their children, I'm talking Aurora. Aurora is 23 years old. She was 22 then. I think I heard now she's 23. They treated her like she was 13 or 14 years old. Aurora comes out into the garage and is like, hey, you know that guy that I've been dating for a while? Well, he asked me to be his girlfriend. I would think that if you were dating for a while, that you're already boyfriend and girlfriend. And as soon as she was like, he asked me if I wanted to be his girlfriend, and I said, yes. And the look that Robin had when they were heading into commercial was like, what? What did you say? Okay, he asked, would you be my girlfriend? He didn't ask, can we do it in the butt? And he didn't ask anything weird. Like, he didn't ask anything crazy, like, can I put it in your butt? Or anything like that. It was just, do you want to be my girlfriend? I thought they were already. Also, she's 22 years old. At the time, she was 22. Now she's 23. Why does she need to ask her parents if she can have a boyfriend? She's 23. She's 22 or 23. She's in her 20s. Why does she need to ask them? Oh my God. Okay. So she's like, okay, Brody is going to be coming over the house. Brody is like, Brody's not like a cowboy. I guess Brody's a cowboy. Brody wears a cowboy hat. You know, Brody has a ranch. Brody wears shoes that jingle, jangle, jingle. I don't know. But I do know one thing. Cody comes into the house and he don't take his hat off. Or Brody comes into the house. He don't take his hat off. I can guarantee you. If that was my mother, she'd be like, you take your hat off. I know that's number one. You can take your hat off, Mr. Bojangles. So he comes, but before that, they're all like, they're hovering over her, like she's just doing the dishes. Are you nervous? Are you nervous? Are you nervous? Is she nervous? Mom, she's nervous. That's another thing. I can't stand when grown adults that are married call their spouse mom, mommy, mother, father. I hate that. Mike Pence used to do that, where he called his wife mother. I hate that. Like Cody called Robin mommy. I hate that. I hate that. So I have it written right here. BTW, I cannot stand when married people call each other mom or father or mother. I hate that. So, but they're like, Aurora, are you nervous? Are you nervous? Are you nervous? She's not nervous. You know what's making her what she is? She probably annoyed that you're standing over her, hovering over her, asking, are you nervous? She's seen him before. No, you're probably annoying the shit out of her. You're annoying the shit out of me. So Brody comes in. He don't take his hat off, which bothers the shit out. This whole interaction, once he gets in there, is awkward. It's weird. It's awkward. I mean, the whole family's standing around. So he came over and we're going to decorate a tree. So they go into this game room. You're thinking this tree is going to be tall, like a big ass tree. Because Brody's like 8 feet tall. So you're thinking that they're like, we got to get him over so he can just reach his hand up and put the topper on top, boop. They go in, it's like 4-foot tree. She got 2 4-foot trees. I thought it looked like she was getting ready to hyperventilate over the fact she got the wrong tree. She's like, I do have another tree. It's probably in a garage with like the 87 pairs of shoes and all of the stuff from the different wives' houses. So they decorate this. I'm going to tell you that whole deal with I gave her a knife. I see why he's like, I gave her a knife because I want to make sure she's protected. And I told her, use it to protect yourself. And if you have to, use it on me. I was like, what? I don't know. Like, he's probably a good guy, but that was odd. That whole thing was weird. It was just odd. Now listen, Cody's like, listen, I wasn't this discriminating when it came to Tony. I was not this discriminating when it came to Caleb. But now I'm discriminating. That's because you care more about Robin's kids. Let's just say that. You weren't as discriminating because those kids, those daughters were not children that came from Robin, okay? Robin didn't give birth to them, and they were also grown. It seems like Cody only has an affinity for kids, number one, kids who are Robin's kids, and number two, not like grown enough to be married, Yeah, I'm not as discriminating. That's, like I said, that's because you don't really care. You don't really care that much about the other kids. So, but listen, I don't know that he's discriminating. And when he said Robin is the one who's very discriminating, is she? She married you. How discriminating can she be if she married Cody Brown? Another thing, he keeps saying she's shy. She doesn't want to kiss me because she's shy. She's my shy, pretty wife. There have been times this season where I don't know if it's that she's shy or that she's just starting to figure out, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this dude that much. He's embarrassing. Plus, he promised that this would be a plural life. You know, I wasn't thinking I was going to have to spend all the time, have to spend all the time with this man. Oh Lord, that's all I'm saying. There are times when it gives off. I don't know that I like this guy this much. Do I have to kiss him? Okay. And also the whole deal with chastity, with like if he's not the man that you're going to marry, then he's kissing another man's wife. And I just want to make sure that they remain pure. I want to preserve their chastity. Girl, listen, you're not fooling anybody, all right? Nobody. Cody Brown, you're never going to see this, but I can tell you, I have not seen every single video and read every comment about Sister Wives or from Sister Wives fans, but I'm going to tell you, I've read a lot. There's not a lot of people out there that believe that you and Robin didn't do anything before you were married. Come on. You want her to remain chaste and pure. She will. But listen, you got to stop treating this 22, 23-year-old woman, young woman, like she is 13 or 14. If she wants to date a man, let her date that man. If she wants to date a man and then she realizes that this is not the man she wants to move forward with in life, then she dumps him and she dates another man. You can date more than one man. I mean, you can date more than one man at a time. I never have, but you can. Okay, so there it is. I have to tell you, this episode was not, this episode was, if I had to go on 1 to 5, this episode was like, it was like a 3 or a 2.5. It was a little boring, but Robin and Cody with Aurora and her boyfriend, listen, if this Brody stays any longer, number one, take your hat off when you go in a house. Number two, run. Like, get your girl and run. Don't spend too much more time with this family, okay? Okay. So there we go. Listen, if you watched last night, please let me know in the comments what you thought. And if nobody told you yet today you were loved, seen, and heard, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world so it comes back at you. Please take care of one another and treat each other the way you would want to be treated. And always remember, spread kindness liberally because it is free. Always be aware of your surroundings. Be smart and safe. Let us hydrate with some water. And if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and positive energy your way so you make it through. Okay, I head back to work tomorrow. I have 4 days, and then I'm off for a week and a day. Okay, we're going to get through it. So I will see you guys, not tomorrow night, but I will see you guys on Wednesday. Okay, have a great day, and I'll see you Wednesday. Bye, guys. Bye.